There are monsters in fairy tales, and then there are monsters who walk among us. In the late 1970s, the towering Andes Mountains of South America stood silent witnesses to a horror no one could explain. Hundreds of children vanishing into thin air, leaving behind nothing but broken families and whispered fears. Behind it all was one man, Pedro Alonso López. History would remember him by another name, the monster of the Andes. It started like any other day in Ambato, Ecuador. 11-year-old Maria Paredes kissed her mother goodbye, clutching a few coins for bread and eggs. The market was only 3 streets away, a lively, crowded place where neighbors haggled over fruit and laughter mixed with the clatter of horseshoes on stone. Maria never came home. At first, her mother thought, maybe she got caught up playing. Children often did. But as the sun sank behind the mountains and the shadows lengthened, panic set in. A search began. Neighbors spread out through the twisting alleys. The police, as they always did in those days, shrugged it off. "Run away," they said. "She'll be back." But Maria didn't come back. Maria was not the first. And she would not be the last. By then, Pedro López had already woven a vast web of terror across Colombia, Ecuador, and Peru. He preyed on the poorest villages, knowing the authorities wouldn't care enough to look. He was charming when he needed to be, a smile here, a kind word there. To children like Maria, he didn't look like a monster. He looked like a stranger willing to offer a piece of candy, or a gentle hand to help carry groceries. He would lure them to isolated fields, abandoned buildings, or the misty forest that cloaked the Andean foothills, and there, away from the watching eyes of the village, he ended their small, bright lives. Then, with a sickening calmness, he would bury them, dozens in hidden mass graves scattered across the countryside. It wasn't until a flash flood unearthed a grave site outside Ambato that authorities realized the horrifying scale of what had happened. Dozens of small skeletons lay tangled in the mud. When Pedro López was caught, it wasn't through brilliant police work. It was a mistake, a failed abduction. A desperate mother fought him off and raised the alarm before he could slip away again. When finally interrogated, López confessed without shame. He boasted of killing over 300 little girls, naming towns, markets, and villages from memory. He even led police to graves no one had ever known about. And yet, justice failed. Despite his unimaginable crimes, Pedro López was convicted of only 110 murders. After serving just 14 years in prison, 14 years for 300 lives, he was declared rehabilitated. Released. Free. He disappeared without a trace in 1998. No confirmed sightings since. No new arrest. Some say he died. Some say he fled into the depths of Colombia's jungles. Some say he still walks free, preying on the forgotten edges of the world. Today, in towns like Ambato, there are still mothers who set a place at the table for the daughter who never came home. Still fathers who walk the empty streets after dark, listening for footsteps that never come. Maria Paredes became a ghost, one of hundreds. A name lost in police files. A face blurred by memory. A light snuffed out by a man the world let slip away. Because monsters are real. And sometimes, they win.